I have messed up. I'm not going to lie, this is one big mistake because the video is over 2 hours long and I am already in the process of actually ripping it all back out again and starting all over again. So I wanted to give you guys and girls fair warning because the next video that is following this one is going to be a complete redo of how this video finishes. Now, I did make a big mistake, but on the positive, if you want to see 2 hours of absolute pure misery on my behalf, this really is going to be the video for you. So grab your popcorn, grab some drinks, and just enjoy me not being able to comprehend the basics of putting modulars together in a straight line. How hard can it be? Hello and welcome to the next episode of this series, which is all about this Lego room and of course my life. Now this video is going to be just as crazy and chaotic as the last few uploads, because in the last few uploads we painted it blue, we painted it yellow, and I've only just painted the second coat of that orange, so I am just waiting for that to dry until I can actually carry on with the next Star Wars display over there. So rather than not doing anything, I thought, why not create even more work for myself and just destroy everything else that I've got. Now, I have been wanting to do this for a long time, and because when that side of the room is finished, it's going to look so clean, well, basically everything else is letting it down. It's bugging me. So what we're going to do for this new DC display is every single modular is going to be moving, and we're going to be putting it back against the red wall. This will be the first ever time I've had every single modular together, and we are going to do it with custom road plates, really nice designs and all of that kind of thing. But obviously there's also quite a lot of stuff to move, because the Ninjago stuff that has basically been placed there for the month of January and not had anything done to it, that is going to have to be rehomed. And I'm not naive enough, I also know that the Harry Potter is also going to have to be rehomed, but this will be the first ever time we will have a display with all the modulars with the Joker Manor up on its roller coaster track. So this will carry on with our theme park theme. I just want each zone to look a lot more clean, like we've done with the Winter Village, because that looks neat and tidy, and obviously that is easy enough. We've got a nice walkthrough attraction for Star Wars, and then going to be Star Wars underneath, so that's easy enough. This side of the room, it's just too messy with regards of I can't make up dioramas, I can't put any tiling down or anything, so it's just not going to match everything else that we're going to be doing for this theme park thing. So I've got the tiles on order, they're all coming in, and we've already started it over in the last upload, so you can see the yellow path that is actually wrapping all the way around. That is what is going to happen around the whole of this display. But coming to this bit, I can't do it. So I knew this was going to have to be changed. I made a last-ditch effort by trying to put some of these bits and pieces in here, and it just doesn't work. But what this is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to have the much bigger buildings over on this side. Obviously in a separate upload, it's just going to take me too long to do this. So we're going to have the coasters, the Daily Bugle, we're going to have like a Marvel Street and all that kind of thing. The Jurassic Park gates can come back and we can get all of that on. But for today's upload, it's about getting every single modular off here without breaking them, making a really nice simple straight line display with the custom road plates underneath, adding some vehicles, and I have got a really nice idea of using the corner units better for this upload, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Again, it's going to be the first ever time I've done this as well, so there's a lot of firsts for me, so I am quite excited when it actually comes to a brand new display. But at the same time, the space isn't clear, and we've got quite a lot of other little bits and pieces to do. So if you remember what used to be here, it actually used to be the Batman Shadow Box, which is just underneath here. So when this is all lit up, because this is actually going to stay here for the foreseeable future, I think that's going to look very nice. And we've got the tumbler on the other side, and there's going to be more displays happening underneath this area as well. But for now, we need to get all those modulars up, off, and stored, so I can move some of these other little bits and pieces off, and then we can just keep going from one side to the other. So with that being said, let's get to it. So on our temporary table that has basically been up all year, we've got a Disney castle which is ready for a new home, and we've got a 3/4 built 8080 which is going to be part of our new Hoth display, which will be the upload that follows this once the paint is dry. Yes, I am using orange with a Hoth. You'll understand why when the minifigures go against it, they look incredible in front of the orange. So I need to figure out the best plan of attack, because I don't have, as it stands, a full spare tabletop to put a load of base plates down. But I think what I'm going to be able to do, and I say base plates, obviously the modular base plates, I think what I'm going to try and do is clear up as much space as I can from this table as possible, and then I can move the Ninjago the shortest distance as possible. I think that might be the easiest thing to do, because once we start getting a run across this wall, it seems really dark down here because that light's the wrong way. There we go. Once we start getting a run all against this back wall, then obviously we should have a little bit of space, and then this will basically be dumped over here somewhere. And then eventually, obviously, the Harry Potter will be moving to a different table. So that is fine. It will stay as the same display, but it's just basically having to get rehomed because of the height of the roof. So I've only physically got one table that can go on, I do believe. Unless I start getting creative and actually add in the Harry Potter into the themed theme park stuff, and then that's going to be a whole different kettle of fish. So as I do this, I'll be thinking about that. So this little table that I have here, which is, like I said, our temporary table, which has been here forever, we will put as much as we can on this without me breaking my neck, because this is obviously in the worst place possible. So we have got some beautiful corner units. Now what I want to try and work out is the nicest pattern with regards to creating the roads to nowhere, because I do like that. I do like having a road going in between the modulars as well, because I think it splits up the street nicely, and that is something that I am looking forward to trying to do, like I said, for the first time doing this. Now we have got quite a few modulars to try and fit in, so we are going to be having a long strip, and then we're going to kick round the other side of the wall. So I am going to need a corner unit at the end. I've got to make sure I have the correct corner unit in, because obviously if I've got a corner unit going the wrong way, well, that's just going to be a disaster, because it's just not going to work, is it? So that has not gone well, because I've only got two. I've got two, and that's it. I'm going to have to move the 8080 is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to put the 8080 over onto there, so which means I'm going to have to crawl underneath the table so we can get at least another 2 or 3 of these base plates up and on. Because if this table was completely clear, it would be fine, but obviously I can't put the Hoth stuff where it needs to go, and I can't carry on with the bright yellow path or anything like that, because I've used every single yellow tile that I own. So this, for now, can just go here. We can knock all of those over, he says. There we go, because these tiles, these base plates, they are not staying there. So that is fine. Is that sturdy enough? Yeah. So that is not going to fall over. You can see how tall it is compared to Loot Coaster as well. It's a big thing. It's a big thing, and I'm very much looking forward to getting that up against the orange and just seeing exactly what we're going to be doing with. So you can go there. That is my juice, so I'll keep that handy. That needs to be built up as close to that way as possible. As can that. And now we will just hope for the best and see exactly what we can achieve. I am very much looking forward now, very much looking forward to the end result. This is the bit that I'm a bit weary of, because I just don't know if we have got the space for these. I'm hoping we have, because if I can start off strong, I don't have to move that many of them. Because obviously the rest of them will just carry on going down, and they should just go 1 for 1. Whereas these are a base plate and a half, they're too tall and all that kind of nonsense. It's the same rubbish that I have to put up with all of the time. But the docks, the docks can wrap around here. And I think that should, in theory, just slide there. So that's good. Now the other Harry Potter, that thing, then should, again, if I turn it round, because it's not any longer than a bait. Ooh, something's just fallen behind. We didn't want that to happen. This should just go in there. Turn that round. Right, we're 2 for 2, which is not too bad at all. I'm happy with that. There's the pig pen. Pig pen going to go in there as well. Magic, yes it is. Right, we've got some Rivendell stuff. I've got to be so careful of doing that, of this, because if you catch your leg on these, which you can't really see, you're going to end up falling all the way down. Disaster. Absolute disaster. And I've got my fingerprint on you. Again. No, still there. There we go. See, only top of the range for this. Right, I think if I move, obviously the simple stuff, so that can go down there, because I'm looking forward to doing these displays as well. They're very, we are going to be rocking and rolling for 2025. It's all about new base plates, lots of tiles, all sorts now. So we spent the majority of last year figuring out what did and didn't work after the catastrophic mistake of me being an absolute plum. And now we are where we are, so yeah, I'm gonna have to move. I have to do this 3 ways, aren't I? So I'm gonna have to, I need to do a bit of a triangle. So that has to go where you are. This then has to be yanked out, which is great. The next one will also have to come out, which I think we can do, but I need to put the rest of the D&D castle behind you, so that is now behind you. I am over here doing this, so that will then go there, that goes over there. We should then hopefully have a base plate and a half a space on that table for the Natural History Museum, he says. Yeah, I've never, like I said, I know this isn't on properly, but I say this every single time. And I've got to finish this as well. So that is something else that I'm doing now. I'm building a lot more in the evenings. I'm just being a bit more disciplined with myself with this, because I am sick and tired of editing these videos together and going, oh, that really does look messy. It really doesn't look very nice there. And I see everybody else's displays and I go, oh, that looks incredible. Right, so how am I going to get? I don't want to box myself in. I don't want to basically forget a modular. So that will have to go behind you. And then we're going to have to get the vacuum on charge again. And that's what I've been doing with all of the Star Wars stuff, just giving it a good clean. And then it's neat and tidy. Obviously we're going to have the main buildings similar to underneath the actual Gotham skyline artwork, and then don't forget the Easter egg now is once we actually have Gotham Street back in, because this is going to be our downtown Gotham display, we then got the big shadow box underneath, so it is going to be all themed quite nicely, hopefully. And yeah, I just think it's a better use of the, for me and what I need, I think it's a better use of the modulars, I think. So I will be hopefully happy with the end results, he said. Might not be happy with the end results. I might be thinking, oh my days, I've done this completely wrong. I am slightly concerned though where the Ninjago's going. I've eyeballed places. and I'm not, as it stands right now, I'm not 100% sure, but because it's not finished, it's bugging me. So if it's now in the way, because here it's not in the way, it just doesn't look very good. The second I get it in my way again, I will then try and repair all the bits and pieces. And when I've got tiles and things on order, we will then be repairing the stuff when we're waiting for bits and pieces. But there now might be more videos coming from the Lego room as such, so you might be getting 2 a week rather than just 1, because you're going to be having shorter say sections of things being tiled and all that kind of thing, so we can get away with doing that. I'm just moving you back a little bit. I don't know what you can see, so I do apologise. Because when all the tiles and everything start happening, we'll hopefully spend sort of 20 minutes, half an hour on a zone. I'll put them down. It's all about creating the paths first and then going from there. Now I really hope I built this all right, because this could go wrong and go down the loft ladders, but we don't want that. No, we're good. So I did build it correctly. Top's on. Magic. So that makes a difference. I actually did a thing correct. So now we've got space, which is great. Now I can just push the haunted house back. I'm gonna have to take that off. I'll push that back. We're gonna go there. That gives me space to get that one out, so that's okay. And we can still get the Dungeons and Dragons in, because since I've owned the Dungeons and Dragons, which I do believe I got this on day 1, built it straight away, obviously, did the whole nonsense of review videos and all that kind of thing, and then I got the minifigures when they came out. Have I yet made a display with it? No. And it bugged me because I've not been able to do it. So because it is in a theme park in the original cartoon, it can just be used in here with all the other little bits and pieces. Now I think I want to start off with the townhouses in that corner, and I think the first corner unit will have to be either where that garage is, or a base plate over, because I am thinking of going 2 corner unit, 2 corner unit, or 3 corner unit, 3 corner unit, if that makes sense, going across the back. Because what I want is I want a corner unit, a 16 by 32 base plate, and then the next corner unit, and then we've got the road to nowhere that can be teed off. So because it's all just different bits and pieces, and this is actually a city, and don't forget I am going to have all the Marvel stuff on the other side, and we'll have it as a Marvel strip and a Marvel city. We've got all the other little bits and pieces that we can plan, but this just makes more sense. And then this side now, where all the modulars are coming out, it's just going to be footpaths, big open space, and then we can just get them all wandering around. But it's how I start. So I think, and yes, that is part of the Rivendell. I took that off to paint. Now I haven't put it back on. I've just put it back on. There we go. Right. Townhouses. Townhouses. So just grabbing the first one now, which is behind the Avengers Tower. So we've got 2. Oh no, I've got to crawl underneath. I'll get the furthest away first. I'll get the brown, the iPad accent brown one. So this one is going in first. I think I don't know whether to keep. Do I keep the townhouses all together? Do I have them in pairs, or do I go Townhouse, bookshop, townhouse, pet shop. Do I do it how they get released, or do we do it more custom? Because I think it probably makes sense having 2 townhouses than 2 bits. And now obviously what I'm going to end up doing is taking all of these bits off as we go. Right, let's get the first one in. I think we're going to end up having 4 of these, so it'll be 2 base plates, and then work it out. Now, I will leave that, just remind me that I am going to leave that as a little bit of wiggle room, because if we don't have that space at the other end, I can push them all back over, which would be a pain in the ass, I know, but that's what we'll do. So that is the first one, and then obviously we've got the row will go straight in front of it, because luckily this is basically a base plate and a half depth. And then I'll get the right corner unit in, and then we should... Where can you go? Where can you go that I can actually just... You can't, I don't think. Or can you? Can I use... Well, hang on. Can the Avengers Tower be useful? What can you see? Yeah, sort of. There's a townhouse over there. I've just put that in. You can't see it now, but it is there. Now I'm trying to do Mission Impossible behind the Disney Castle, because the teal one is there. So that is now coming out. So this was Aunt May's house. So Aunt May, bless her, has just been evicted and she can go and live somewhere else. So we'll put her on a ride or something. That is that. Because I do not know how many base plates wide the whole back end of this is. And I'm pretty sure we've done it once before. And I can't remember for love or money how many it is supposed to be. Can you actually now start seeing? You can. Right, okay. Right, the bookshop and pet shop are coming. And then obviously this allows us to then do, oh, it's just so many different displays with the different minifigures, because they can now just be walking around, they could be battling. Where, as I've had the roads and that road idea, which to be honest, it works fine, but it just doesn't allow me to do much. I've just sort of got, oh dear, just got stuck with it. I'm glad the camera's facing the wrong way. I've just embarrassed myself again. I've just elbowed the Disney Castle. Right, that's the next one. We can put the same kind of, those kind of things. I really do like the tree in front of that. It's just a shame it's not an actual proper book shop. It's just like a book floor. And I think that's what everybody got really annoyed. Oh my days. I've just gone to grab the piece that I knocked off, and I've just knocked an even bigger chunk off of this castle. And bearing in mind, in the last upload, I said I'm leaving it up here to keep it safe. And what have I done so far? I have knocked it over multiple times. I'm still reaching around. I'm still going to go for a reach around, because we need that one next. So this is the problem I've got currently. The massive Disney Castle is in my face and it is in the way. Alright, pet shop is coming. Around it goes. Round you go. And we're away. Oh, I knew he was away then. Right, okay. Yes, I know there's a dragon and a dragon on top. So that's the first 2. So am I going to go 2, 1? I think I am. I think I'm going to go, yeah, I'm not going to go 3 base plates. I think that'd be too long. So I'm going to go for, if I can, go for a 2-1-2 formation is what I'm going to be going for. I'm just going to utilise all the corner units that I've got. Now I've only got 3, but there is 2 more available. So, just got to remember which way the new ones are. But those the 4 corner units can interlink with each other anyway. But for now, we're going to be able to do what I want on the first bit. The second strip I'll leave blank. There'll be room for 2 more, and then it should be the corner unit. So we should have utilised all five corners. Now obviously underneath here we're going to need, well, it would be rude really not to try and copy what's on the artwork, because now we're getting close to underneath the art. You can see that, can't you? No, you can't really. Hang on. I've bent you over too much. Yes, that was as rude as it sounded. So what we've got on the artwork just here is we have got Arkham Asylum, everybody. Now, my set that I've been wanting to happen for a long, long time, which was rumoured to come out, and now it's been rumoured that it won't come out, and yada, yada, yada. So Arkham, I've already got home for. I'm very much looking forward to what I'm going to be doing with Arkham. So I'm going to have it all green with a road at the front and make that as a haunted, almost like a haunted house for DC. Now we have got the amusement park, obviously, because that is the Joker Manor, so that's going to go over onto the other side anyway. So we haven't got an Ace Chemical Factory, but we have got the palace, we've got the museum, we've got the police station, we haven't got the opera house. The courthouse is available, but I don't own. So we have those units in modular if you are willing to go that way. So the fact that that corner unit is be under that corner unit, we are going to go for the Cinema Palace first. That is what we are going to aim for and try for, and we will just keep basically moving bits and pieces as we go. And I cannot wait to show you the little plans that I've got for the road. And there will be tiles on order. Now, is this dragon going to stay on here? It stays on the roof of this better than the actual D&D set itself. I think that garage might be handy in the far corner. I think. Because the palace can be used either way. This also needs a vacuum off with the brick dust. So that, I've got that just here. I've got it just here, so I'm going to turn, oh no, I'm not even going to turn you off. It's not gone well. I need its long end on, so I will grab its long end in a little bit, and I'll do the rest of that off camera because it picks up lovely. But oh my days! You can see why this is a disaster series, everybody. It's not that hard, is it? Right, that is that one in there. Which works. Now what we are going to be doing is I will be customizing all of these. If you remember these, I did these a long time ago. It took me forever, but we're going to have a full street. So not only are we going to have it in front, I want it down the side just to split it up and make it a little bit more street-like / theme park-like. So I think if we had that and that, I think that would look quite smart. Now we have obviously got a problem with these bits, but I can't do much about that. But we've got the space there, space down the side. So the next thing that will be coming is I'm going to put the police station a little bit further away from the palace. It'll be the bank. That's the next corner unit. Yeah. You go for the bank. Now we're going to have to, we'll have the glass doors for the bank on the inside. I picked that up like an absolute idiot. Never pick it up like that. You're supposed to hold it from the bottom. So what we're going to have to do with the bank is we'll have the bank doors on the inside like so, which you're going to be able to see, I think. Oh, absolutely lovely. So every time I come in and turn the light on, I can see all of the front just there, which is great. So again, I can just, when it gets to this part, you can see it just all needs a little bit of All needs a little bit of TLC. So when we get over to here, once the Star Wars dios have basically been done, I can just go around bit by bit, see, and just do what I'm doing now. There's the roof back on, and just make it look. Now I was really hoping that's the effect that I wanted. So we are now, what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 more and then a corner, aren't we? You know, it's just going to be the reverse effect. Now the other thing that I was thinking of is the Natural History Museum and the Assembly Square together for the first time. So, because the only way I can have it as 2 base plates is not to do what I've done with those 4, and obviously just have those 2 as 2 actual units. But if I was to put the Natural History Museum in now, because now it works where it is, it's bugged me for ages, and I wanted it by the drop tower and all that kind of thing, but now it's got a new purpose. I can just put this thing by the bank. Yeah, it's all there or thereabouts. And then I was thinking maybe having a little bit more length, and then the next one kicks off a little bit further down, and that way I won't need as many corner units, I don't think. The only problem is it going to be off by 15 base plates, 15 studs? And if that is the case, I'm going to have to take that out and put it that side of the wall and maybe have them together, which until we start trying, I'm not going to be 100% sure. So we'll just try and get them in where I would like them, and then if they have to change, then they obviously have to change. Now we've got, for some reason, we've got Winnie the Pooh, we've got all sorts of Snow White, we've got all sorts of bits, and obviously these are not, I don't think this table is actually moving. This will stay the same, which is great, because it gave me a massive headache when I was trying to actually put it together. Now that will swap with the corner garage when it's time. This will come out. I have this next door to the police station because they look good side by side. Where are you? You're up there, aren't you? So yeah, that would look okay side by side. We've got quite a few. We've got the diner. See, that's the thing. Do we have the more? I don't know. We've got the diner and the pool table over there. No, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try the History Museum with, and then on the corner have the jazz club. Obviously, what would look nice is the jazz, after the bank would be the jazz club and the diner, and then maybe I'll go into a corner. Let's see that. Let's see what that looks like, because does that work next to that? Because you can get, you can get the roofs there or thereabouts looking half decent. Get off. Not too sure with that. Because you've got corner building, small building, jazz club, bigger building. I suppose the joyful thing about this is I can actually just put it in wherever. Because we have got, we've got a club around here somewhere as well. So maybe I put the club and the pool house and the diner together next. Maybe we don't do a 2-1, 2-1. Maybe we mix and match it up. It's got to come around this corner anyway. Right, let's see what the Natural History Museum looks like against there. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, I wanted the Natural History Museum and the Assembly Square. I thought would look quite nice side by side because it's too bigger units. Yeah, steps. That's interesting. That's going to be annoying. Right, let's get this out of the way. I don't know if that works. No, I don't think it does. I think we're going to have the... Oh, let's put the diner and the jazz club together. I think that would be quite nice. Just be completely different architecture all side by side, which I don't mind. I know you should be putting them in rows of 3, but I think this needs to go somewhere else. I don't think it works there, and I've just put the D&D where that needs to go. So let's get that back over there. Do not fall off. Let's pick you up and put you over there. Yeah, because the Easter egg on the side of the police station is soaps and suds, isn't it? So Jazz Club Police Station, Gap, then the diner, because you'd have a road going down the side of the diner. Obviously have the corner unit first. Do we have a diner beside a garage? Diner beside one of the Tudor house? No. Diner beside a hotel, potentially. Wouldn't want a hotel beside a police station. Over the road from the police station? Probably not. What do we think? What do we think? What should be the next? What should be the next one? I can now move this, which is great. That is, oh god, didn't want to do that. That was great, and now it's not. That's moved there. Alright, there on the table. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play with. The next 2 corners are 2 that I don't own. There's no way it's going to be a garage. So it's going to be... There's 1, 2, 3. How many base plates do we actually have? Oh, well, don't fall off. Oh my days, don't fall off. If I can get a base plate in there, I think we can, then I don't have to worry about moving the other one up. And then we can just put that in the corner, and I think that is the right shape, isn't it? It'll go like that. So no, it's not the right shape, is it? Bugger! Oh, it's not the right shape. I didn't want to start the garage as a bookend the other way, because that was just an easy cop-out for being a cop-out. But it is, it's the other eye, isn't it? That's fine, that's fine. This corner garage is completely wrong. Because you need units going that way and then that way. So what corner can I put that in? It's got to go in a corner, but what corner can it go? Okay, I'll make a little bit of space and we'll see. But can I get a unit in that gap. No. Maybe. So we might be alright. But... oh, bugger. We're going to be putting the roads in. It might not fit. We're going to get one more road down on this back. I've really made this more complicated than what it needs to be. I still think it's going to look great, but it's going to be a right royal pain. And I was hoping I would have space on this table for the Harry Potter, and I don't. Right, okay. That Harry Potter's got to have to come off. I've got to be very, very careful with it. But I can't put it under the table because I've got to crawl under the table to get the other modulars. This has started to get difficult. I didn't want that to happen. Right. We're going to do something silly now, as per normal. We're going to get those out. I'm crawling under the table. Oh my god! I'm about to say I'm crawling under the table, and I'm about to bring the D&D set with me. And what have I gone and done? I've just put my hand straight on the D&D set, and I've just crushed the tree. So that did not go well. We've now got D&D spread all over the place. But this is the table that this is going on. So that can go over here, which is fine. So that's there. So actually just put it by the bag of its own minifigures. How about that? Shove that down the table. Shove that there. I have no idea if you can see what I'm doing, or if I've spun you too much and you can only see the inside of the tower. Because where I'm stood, it looks like you are literally looking at grey and nothing else, so I do apologise. Alright, that is... that's a thing. That is a thing. I'm looking at that from here, I'm not too sure of the... oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, might be changed at a later date. Let's just get them. I think focus point now is just actually get them. Oh my days! Just get them in. I think would be a good idea. Oh, stop falling off. So that's the pull table and Owl's Detective, which is a very cool set. So you own that one, you know exactly what I mean by how amazing that set is. Oh, there's a lot of space over here now. That is the taxi, that is that. So I still don't know what you can see, so I'm sorry. I hope you can see something, because I'm going to watch this back when I edit it together and be like, what am I doing? Underneath. Oh no! Oh, I'm about to say underneath we go, and you know by the sound of that exactly what I've just done. I'm not going to admit what I've just done. I'm going to slide it underneath the table, and before you see it again, it's going to look absolutely splendid with balls. I'm now missing a D. We're in an inner. We've got an inner, not a diner. That's not very good. Well, there's some of the D. Oh, balls. Never mind. That's not gone well. I mean, there's part of it, but it's not gone as planned, put it that way. Right, Jazz Club Diner. So go for some different bits and pieces, and then just see what will work. That is now in the way. This needs to come off. That's coming off from there. I wish I could just walk over there. I do not want to crawl back underneath this table with this. Can you imagine if I just ended up smashing this? The amount of pieces. In fact, you're coming with me. We're going to go underneath the table together. You're on the roof. But you didn't think you'd be doing this. What am I doing? Oh, good Lord, what am I doing? Because it doesn't make a difference, because this table's going to be here for so long. I've just got no choice. Oh, I've just ripped the roof off. Right, didn't see that. You didn't see it. It's my painty clothes. Oh, still going there. How did you end up there? There's a minifigure there from this set. I don't even know how it got there. Alright. It's a good look at the carpet that needs cleaning. I don't know, you're probably looking at the roof. Oh no, it's turned into one of these uploads where everything, oh my back, everything I touch, it's just not great. But can I get the Harry Potter in within this zone? That's the thing. I'm going to be looking at this now going, oh, could I? Can I? If I got the roof height on this side, so you can only go one other place, and that's on this table. If it doesn't fit on that table, then I am absolutely wrecked. Right, you can stay at a distance there. I'm going back underneath the table. You're on the police station roof, is where you act. If you can find the other part of the D, that'd be amazing. What's the other bit, the Rivendell? Where's that from? That'll be the Rivendell uploads problem. Now this isn't designed to glide or slide, so this isn't going to go too well. I would just leave it under the table. That would be the easiest thing. But, of course, I need to get through underneath this table. And there's no space. Still going. We're still going. Still going. Because even the stand is massive. So if you didn't realise actually how big this stand is enormous. Oh, I told you it's getting messy quickly, but that is looking nice and clean. Just don't know if the cinema is the right thing next to the pet shop. Bank Jazz Club kind of looks alright. The diner is going to go in. It's just different decades. I just want to do it slightly differently. As you guys and girls can probably tell, I know what the obvious thing is to do. You just check the website, you see the year that they came out. There's a corner unit, there's two 32 by 32s. It's the same sort of texture-ish. Well, it used to be, not as much anymore. And then they all go together. Just push something else through. Oh, what a thing to break. Fix it. Right, so I'm missing a bit of a D. So if you find the rest of the D somewhere, anybody, that would be brilliant, because I don't know where it is. I really don't know where it is, and I don't understand why this table's now just twisted like anything as well. So we'll be organising that as we go. Do not like that at all. That is not going to go there. You can just see my back. So with the diner, you can see you've got this big sort of staircase gap, where that kind of looks like it probably, I could get away with putting that on a corner. I don't know if I can just turn it in on itself. I don't think that would work. Because obviously I could just have it like that, but then you've got obviously all of this down the side, which nobody wants to see. But it's not. I didn't even touch that. That bit's just pinged off. But the oh yeah, the fascia's missing. Where's the actual jukeboxy bit? I am definitely going to be getting. Well, the diner kind of makes sense going close to the jazz club because it's got the recording studio up at the top of this, hasn't it? So they can practice in the one, they can do whatever in the other. I've just pushed the window through like an idiot. But I think that needs a gap. Doesn't work like that. I guess I could get away with having a corner and a straight. I don't know. That wasn't my plan. Of all the things I was going to get stumped by, well, including trying to wake up in the morning, I didn't think it was going to be the diner that was going to look a little bit off. Because I could put, I could move the bank, but the bank looks so good next to that jazz club because it's sort of small, big, small, big. And it's a nice corner. I think it complements the palace. Don't particularly want to put the diner at the far end. It's going to have to be the next one in after a corner, I think. So it's going to have to go basically over there somewhere. So this thing is going to be interesting because obviously this is going to be the first time we're going to be displaying this, and I can move this around and do what I want to do with this as well as a bit of a display, which having it sort of at the corner like that I think looks visually quite impressive. And then obviously would have all the other base plates around, and then you would see all of the other bits and pieces as we went. Or it would just be a full, I think it's going to be a full loop round. It's just going to come back. It's going to come back on itself. Now obviously the easiest thing for me to do would be to have it so it's facing forward and it just comes onto this bit just here. But for now we can I think we can get away with it at the angle because it gives me a bit more space, because it means I can push it back a little bit more without it hitting the roof, because I have a ceiling height problem and it is a big issue. Right, the Harry Potter stuff is already in the way, so now I actually do have to move this. We're at that point already. So we've got four 32 by 32s, so that's obviously 4, 1, 2, 3 yards. They're just going to get thrown into the tables. I'll move them off camera because I'm not crawling underneath this table 4 more times in a row for your entertainment. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. But yes, this thing here is going to stay up nice and high, and we're going to build a little bit of a display around it. But I thought what would be quite cool is where, if they do release Arkham Asylum would look quite good with this kind of theming around it, he says. So yeah, that was the plan. They obviously change every 5 seconds, but that was a thought, a plan. But we will see. I think what the next. Oh, I have to be. We'll put the diner in, put the restaurant in next. Oh, I just don't understand that diner looking. For me, it doesn't look great. But I might just be being stupid. But I had the diner next to another unit, so I must have spotted that before. I don't know if it's just showing up more because it's got a red brickwork, or I'm just being an absolute watermelon. But I don't know. We will figure it out as we go. But those 4 Harry Potter bits are moved and done. Just so you know, it actually hurts every single time I bend over, and I've done that far too many times in this video already. So sympathy in the comment section would be greatly rewarded, obviously. Oh, what do I do with the diner? And better yet, do I have the Joker Manor as part of at the front, or do I have it at the back? I know that sounds very, very, very stupid, but do we make the Joker Manor as part of the street? And Joker Manor is actually over the top of the modulus. Because you get another modular in, then it'll be over the top of the... If I did that, it would save... I don't know if it would save space, but I don't know if it means you'll be able to see everything. Because don't forget the Joker Manor, well, I say the Joker Manor, in the... Wayne Manor is up on a little bit of a hill, but the Joker Manor is on its own island, surrounded by water. I now don't actually know. I didn't even think about that until I just saw it just then. But how can I move this over by 32 studs? That's got to be 32. So if we put the restaurant in now, that is what those 3 look together. Yeah, I like that. Bit of a greenhouse effect and yada yada yada. I've got to figure this out because this table's all over the place. I'll be making sure it's all very, very neat and tidy. Not 100% sure what is going on because maybe it's something to do with the ladder. It seemed the table itself, the whole thing, look, is nowhere near. Now, does that look stupid, or if that was buttoned up, does that look wrong? Because that's the right. I am not sure. Because obviously you can come in front, it'll go here. Now if it came in front and went just here, like that, and like that, that's what it would look like. This is going to cause a problem. I can see this causing a problem straight away. Why do I have a bad feeling this probably should have been the first thing that went in at the far end? And we put it in on the left high, and then it's just the street, and then it ended up at the Arkham Asylum at the other end. I don't know if it would fit. Eyeballing that, I don't know if it would fit. What do we think? See all these little things that you suddenly think of when we're doing it? I blame all of you. I thought that was going to look really nice, and all it's done it's going to have to go in a straight line, I think. Because we've got more, we put it beside the modulars, I think it'll be okay. I can't see it fitting up top. I can see the tape measure from where I'm stood, and it's underneath the table is where I've got to go. I had 3 tape measures up here. There it is. Hidden by my crisp packet, there's another one. Fantastic. Right, how tall is that? It's 3 foot is how tall that is. When do we hit the ceiling? Ah, smeg, smeg, smeg. There. We hit the ceiling just there. It might fit, because that isn't going to be... That's coming over, isn't it? Oh, it might go. So the decision is, does it... Because it just can't go there. It just can't go there. It should be a case of take those 2 townhouses out, put that over on the base. It's not coming off the tracks, because I specifically bought it for this. But this track will hold anything else. So potentially I could have something else on the top of that. That's on a 32 by 32 base plate, and it can act as its own roller coaster ride. We are running out of battery already on this, so I've been talking for 56 minutes non-stop. What am I waffling on about? Right, so what I was about to say is I need another battery, and no wonder I need a drink. So I will turn the camera off literally for 2 minutes, turn the thing straight back on again with the new battery and carry on. And just figure out... I don't know. Because if we were to go back here, because this is where the road was going to go. This bit just here is where the 2 new corner units were going to go. It allows us to carry on. How many? I'm just going to throw some base plates down and just see what we're playing with, because I would imagine the next one's going to be a corner unit. Yeah. And then we'll have another one facing forward. Obviously we've got a gap just there. I am stumped. Not gonna lie, stumped, because we've still got 1, 2, 5. I need 5 base plates. Why is there's something not right with this table. I don't know if I've lost loads of space at the back to try and keep this as a straight line or what. But what I am going to do with this, I don't know. I might have to lose the roads. I didn't particularly want to do that. If I lose the road there, obviously I can get another 16 by 32 in. If I was to add another road in, I don't think we would get that base plate in, which is a shame. I could just keep the 1 in. It's not really what I had planned. Right, I will have a quick think. You guys and girls start typing away and let me know. And then I will see how I can rectify and save what might be a huge error on my part. Right, new battery is in, and the more I look at that, I think it works okay, to be honest, because I didn't even realise that because I was in so much of a panic. It kind of means that you can actually have some minifigures eating and actually watching the carts and stuff go around. So it's not as horrendous as I thought it was, and to be honest, it's very, very similar to what they've got at Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios in Florida, where everything's all Marvel theming. Then all of a sudden there's just a ride. So that is kind of the same thing. Ideally, if the table was deep enough, I'd have it set back a little bit, so maybe it's a base plate or half a base plate behind the actual modulars, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. The one thing that I do want to change, just so it sort of marries up a little bit more, because now I'm not going to have the second road in, is add another modular by the cinema and basically shunt those down, I think. So what I'll end up doing is pulling potentially the jazz club out, put the jazz club by the diner or something along those lines, or the jazz club goes beside the palace, because the two corner units that I don't have, I haven't got a clue where they will end up going. Now I'm looking at this Rivendell going, if I had all of the modulars wrapped around the back, I could have the Rivendell as an L shape in front, because obviously it's a theme park, so it doesn't necessarily have to be on its own separate table, rather than sort of creating a city strip down here. But at the same time, I can create a city strip down here, but the massive problem I've now got is everything will have to change. Yes, I said change very, very small and quiet. Because if I was to put a 32 by 32 base plate side on, like this, it will fit. So we could just have it like this, and we'll have the next one, the next one, the next one, so we can see them. So that's simple enough. So the next one, so say for example, we have that there, we would have that there, and we'll have a gap. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, go, that's down there and I want it, you could go like that, but I think that's just a little bit close. But you could go 1, 2, 3, I'm guessing, without making you sick, can we get that in there? So we could go 4, we can get 4 on that table at a squeeze. It's a tight squeeze, but we could, if they button up to each other, we can get 4 of them in there. Just. So we could have 4 of them facing forward like that, but what we're left with? We're left with the base plates and a half, aren't we? And if we're going to do that, we're best off using the 2 halves. So we can put the townhouses at the back, then the bookshop, and then see these 2, which then causes all sorts of different issues and problems and stuff, I think. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it to be this awkward. I generally thought they would all go down tickety-boo. But we have got, yeah, 3, 4, 5. There's 4, 5. We've got 6. We've got 6 base plates of space. But I've just been a pillock. Absolute pillock, I think. Because I don't know. I might. Because obviously we can have them forward facing. It doesn't make a difference, does it? Because it's going to take up the same amount of space. So actually we could get away with that, because you can still see the track through the gap. I was going to be a bit concerned that you weren't going to see. Right, I might have just saved this by complete mistake. Oh no, what was that? Oh, that aerial again. Right, that. Just seeing where the aerial was, I've just spun the thing round. Now the aerial's falling down behind the table. That's a screw. That's not very good. Where's that gone? There. See, it's got broken stuff everywhere. There it is. I want that. All right. Yeah, because there'll be a bit more of a gap. There'll be a bit more of a gap there. Because that's a base plate and a half. Ooh, it's gonna be tight now. Does that look all right? I suppose that's the key. Does it look now? Kind of looks like it's layered now. So I was gonna have it side on for seeing through like we did with the townhouses before, because that's something that I was thinking of doing. Do we just grab the townhouses, put them side on? But you can easily see the track. Not saying that these are the correct order for the base plates with regards to the units. I'm still not 100% sure on the cinema next to the pet shop. But it works as a street. I like those two together. I've always liked the... because that now looks like it's absolutely fine with the staircase. I'm not too sure why didn't it look right. What was it next to? Maybe it was just next to something too low. But no, that looks clean, tidy. I'm still missing the D, so I've got half a D. Really do want my full D, please. That would be nice. We're going to go. Oh, we can't go for. Can we go for the front? My head hurts from trying to work out mathematics of base plates now, because we've got 2 base plates of space. And I have 2 base plates that would fit in there, and that is the police station and the garage. And it might be potentially the right way for the garage if I had the garage facing inwards, not outwards. But if I did that, the back row, I don't think in the far corner over there is 3 base plates of space. I think it's only 2. So they're not going to that. But I'm going to run out of space and have space and not be able to put in. Oh, why? Is this finally going to work or not? The roof wants to come off. It wants to come off. No, it's not going to work there, is it? I knew it wasn't going to work in that corner. What is it? It works if there's nothing else trying to go around it. But that is not what I want to do. I need it. Well, no, it is that way, I think. I've confused myself with how this is supposed to be the corner. So that's the corner. The modulars carry on going that way, don't they? So if that went there, I can't have anything button up to that. I mean, I can, but it's just not right. It just needs one behind it. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Why is this so difficult? It's just me having a breakdown on camera. Put the police station in at the front, and then it's going to have something else going to have to go there. If I brought one of those from the... If I brought the jazz club out, and we had the jazz club next to the police station, brought that over, that would give us at least the 3 base plates that we need, because there's 2 base plates there. That'll be the 3rd. That comes over. But how have I miscounted the garage? I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what is going on at all. Is that right? I am melting. My brain is melting. So, if this came out, Like I did say at the very start, it would be easy just to make 2 base plates by 2 base plates by adding in the smaller ones, but I didn't want to do it. Like I should have done. So I have officially run out of space because I haven't been very clever. But that came over here. Like so. Is that gonna... That just didn't seem right either. That seems like I've done something wrong now. What base plates is that? 1, 2. No, it is right. 3, so that's got to come over. That's now in front of the artwork, and it cannot be in front of that artwork because it looks stupid because you're going to miss. That's 3. That goes back over. Ooh, where are you? Where are you there? No, it's just too close to that artwork. It was better where it was. Okay. I'm going to have to take the bookshop, the pet shop and a townhouse out. Put one of those modulars there. Then I can put in... Assembly Square might look nice next to the townhouse, next to the townhouse history museum. I've got no choice. I'm going to have to do it because of how it's how it lines up. Does that go beside the cinema? Oh, museum. I think maybe the museum, because that can go as a run. Would that look nice next to the diner? Diner, little calf, little fountain, pool table. Does it go in first? And then one of those. One of those. Ah, oh, how is this still going on? Why won't this end? Why won't this end? Right. Get you looking back down here. Down here. So we are keeping the end townhouse where it is. This road to nowhere might have to disappear as well, you know. So the pet shop is there. The bookshop is there. This little townhouse is there. Right. Okay. So the museum is going in that gap. I am going to stand, I am telling you now, I am going to stand on this jazz club as we move it. I know exactly what's going to happen. Oh dear. Oh, not like this, I don't like this, I don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Oh dear, what am I doing? I've just taken a base plate and a half out and I can't get a base plate and a half in. How does that physically work for Lego maths? I don't understand. Get in. Right, townhouse. Natural History Museum. Not going to lie, doesn't look bad side by side. I didn't actually, was not expecting that at all. Which potentially means the hotel might work where the cinema is, but we're not worrying about that for now. Yeah. Jazz club needs to go back, doesn't it? That's what I need to do without standing on the jazz club, which is just there, look. Right where I'm standing with everything else. Get the jazz club back. So pull that one out. Everything has gone wrong in this one. Right. That comes over by 32 studs, and then I'll pull the rest of them away from the wall. So before I actually break my neck, let's just get this in here. Oh, that didn't go there, did it? Of course it didn't go there. Oh. It went in between this because we said you could have your dinner while watching that. Oh, try again. That goes there. That's there. And then that was coming over like that. Right. Now we're on to the other bits now. So we've got the... If I was to take that road out of nowhere, that is that gone. Then that leaves us 3 base plates. And we need 3, at the moment we need 3 base plates. So I can keep the road to nowhere in. Oh no, we don't. We've got the police station, haven't we? So we're off by half a base plate. Is that what we're saying to myself? I think I've got a very, very funny feeling. I didn't think about putting the Joker Manor there. And in my head, I actually thought this tail, for some reason, thought this tail was the other way around. I thought it held. And obviously, clearly it doesn't. So I've had a bit of a mental block and a breakdown in this one. Now, the garage is going to have to come out. That is what the problem is going to be. These two could go at the... I quite like these at the front. I has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Took that out. That's all 4 of those in. That's a base plate. No, no matter what I don't think, no matter what I do, I can actually get that to fit. So we're just going to stick with the long line up to a certain bit. And then cry. Right, so what's going to go at the back is the bookshop is going to go next to the assembly square, because the assembly square can only go, well, it can go in 2 places. It can go by the diner, or it goes at the back. It's a beautiful looking thing, but like I said, oh come on, everything I've touched today. So I've just ripped that in 3 places, I've just ripped that off. Ooh. There it is. That's what the garage looks like. It looks nice on the inside. Yeah, because if I put the assembly square there, put that over that bit, those two face forward, police station should go in, and that's all I can do for now. And then we can end this upload, which I think everybody is going to be extremely, extremely grateful for if you are still watching. Or you got your popcorn and you're just laughing. I would. If I was to watch this back, I'd be like, nah, you're an absolute muppet. So yeah, I know. There is something I haven't considered. I haven't considered the back wall for anything. Now, why haven't I done that? Do I want that in the front? What's that look like down there? Why haven't I considered the back wall down there? Why haven't I considered doing this? That looks so much better. You just got my back the whole time of me saying that. So rather than having them everything facing forward, I didn't consider about just spinning one in the corner to create the nice little path around. So that looks really nice. Obviously, when the diner bit's finished, and then we've got the police station to go in. So the police station go beside the pool house. And then we could probably have a little townhouse just beside it. So what can we actually get in here then? So if we're going to be off by 15 studs, I'm not going to carry on messing around in this upload, but there might be something else I can do. But that doesn't look too bad like that. Which townhouse do we... Well, we've only got one. Oh no, the bookshop there. That's what I want there. So we'll put the bookshop next to this little bit just here. If I made that road half as wide, I reckon I could get another one in there. If I was to count all of those studs up there and make that road just half as wide, so it's not 16 studs, I reckon it would go in. Because I think I have royally messed this up. I've forgotten something. I've done something wrong, I know it. There's your police. I think maybe the police station should go back there. Because it's higher. Because look, this will go there. Obviously we want the townhouse to go in there rather than the pet shop. We want that there. That does not look too bad actually. So you've got townhouse, police station, pool shop. Nice little run. That in on itself rather than a straight line. Things like if it was butted up, I'd probably fit there. Of course it does. Oh, what do I do? It looked so much better in on itself, but it will not fit. Alright, so if that... I am making you so dizzy in this one. So if that comes out, that comes to the end, that comes to the end, that comes to this end. Spin that round. Yeah, so far so okay. Watch, I'm going to have to balance this now. Can you? I'm going to have to make sure you can see this. Because I'm going to balance with my head, is what I'm going to do. That was me nearly falling down the loft ladders yet again. Right, you're now in a tree. Yes, you're in a tree house. So the one that doesn't really make sense is a pet shop, so that can just be hidden. There's my head. Ow. That's the run. There's the top of the jukebox. It'll go back in. It will somehow. Something's not happy. Oh, right. That's why it's not happy. It folded in on itself. Of course it would do. But the only bit of folding Lego known to man. Right. Right, that's that. And they're all in. Apart from the 32 by 32. So a one short. I know exactly what I've done wrong, because I am an absolute moron. When I planned this, I planned it over both tables, coming around as a full L. That's what I had planned. And then this table was just open. And we had an open display, in front of it, because this just has the road in front. So if we get some of the base plates down now in front, you can see exactly what I mean. I know I've been an absolute muppet is what I've done. So we've got a straight line. It goes from there, there. So I'll recorrect this one. So the second you put them down, it looks alright. I'll just bring it all forward to the end of that table. Like so, like so, like so. Yeah, it's just slightly bigger than a base plate and a half, this Kallax, which is good. Yeah, got a couple more. Don't need too many at the moment. I'm going to need to make up one or two. Tell you what, I hope the next upload goes more smooth than this. This has been an absolute nightmare. It's not dying a bit yet again. So that, oh look, got the T-piece for it, so that bit can actually go there. So I don't need too many more of those made up. That is there. That's your taxi. So it's not big enough for the run. I just think it would look better if it wrapped around, carried on wrapping rounds. And the corner was actually a corner unit and it flung it back, which we can get to fit. Because that way I think I can make it up more open road, so I can have more of this sort of thing, sort of splitting it all up. I'm going to have to do it if I get any more modulars. I just don't know what I think of this. at the front. I really don't know. That, I think above it looks all right. You can see the track either side. It doesn't look too crowded. It's two runs of modulars, but it is not what I had planned. I wanted it all wrapped all the way around into here, and for some reason in my head I thought this was on the other table. That must have been what I've done, because that lengthwise would fit, because it's 1, 2, hang on, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4 base plates, and it's obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 base plates. So yeah, that would go on that table, and then you would still have a base plate and a half at the end. Because of course, if I didn't want anything in front of here, I would have spun those two round and had them facing and created another street side on. It's going to need some work, I think, but it's cleared all the space for this side. So what this is going to allow us to do is going to allow us to have a marble street. It's going to allow us to have the Jurassic Park gates back up here. We can get the D&D castle in here now, and we can just design a really, really nice display. It'll all get base plated down, and we'll carry on with all the paths, like I said, that we're going to be doing up on there. The plan is on this one is all the white will actually go red, because it'll match the paintwork of that. That's all yellow, that'll match the paintwork of that. Hoth walkway will be orange, so it matches the paint on that, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be an ongoing theme for either end of the room, and then we'll figure out if we can get different shades of green and blue if we end up dividing up those areas of the theme parks. Obviously this is split over sort of 3 bits and pieces. If the Harry Potter doesn't fit in there, obviously it goes onto this table. If the Harry Potter does fit on this display, which to be honest, it might. Because if it does, the problem I've got is I don't think it will fit on the track. But if it does, and I keep saying if, this Rivendell can go onto this table and Gotham can extend, which then will allow me to put another few row pieces in just to split it all up, add corner in there, corner there, get the garage in. Two of the modulars that I don't own are corner units as well. I don't know if this has been a good exercise or a complete and utter waste of time. I wanted it all. It's not going back here, so I know exactly what I'm going to be doing with this display, but I just don't like this at all. It'll grow on me, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys and girls let me know, because it's going to be a little while until I can get back round to here. I think it would look better as a... I think it would look better as a wraparound long L. But I can't. I don't know if I can do it. Because can I... Oh, my plan, I'm saying this now, is I said at the start of this video, what I wanted to do was have the green grass going into Arkham Asylum. Well, this was our green grass picnic area. Now, obviously, the Rivendell thing would probably have to go underneath the table as a slightly different display. But if we had Arkham Asylum close to here with the gardens and all that kind of thing, because, well, it's there. That's the poison ivy thing, isn't it? So you've got the poison ivy gardens, Arkham, they're all close together. I could do it, but I just need this table. And then we can just add the trees and everything from all of the other bits and pieces and just figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the stuff. So we'll say this is phase 1 complete then, because that would work well with Gotham. It's just if they do Arkham. Because if they do Arkham would go just there. That would turn around and face forward. Thanks very much. A couple of green base plates at the front. And then the back run, because this is 2.5 base plate, two base plates plus water deep. So it's the same as that, isn't it? So you can get that amount on, loads of space at the front, put all the trees and everything between it because that's a base plate and a half. They're 4 base plates. Just loads of trees up to Arkham on the green, done. Where Rivendell goes though is a completely different story whatsoever, and what I use the rest of this space for is also a different story. But I could make some really nice dioramas up, get some road plates down. Right, so phase 1 is done. Phase 2 is going to be an absolute headache and a nightmare, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep as always. Right, complete change of plan. I am just going to commit to it. I am going to now move this, and what we're going to try and do is incorporate a park area in Gotham. The Rivendell's going to have to go, the Disney's going to go, and I think we'll be able to get away with all the trees and everything else. This is obviously Poison Ivy's thing, like I said right at the very start of the video, because you've got Arkham Asylum and all the greenery and all that kind of thing. It'll give us plenty more space, and then what I'll be able to do is wrap this around the side. Now, one of the first things I'm going to have to do is, I think the garage is going to have to go on this corner. It's going to have to go where the bank is, where the jazz club is, and we're just going to have to basically bite the bullet. And I'm going to have to put the bank as a corner unit. I've got an idea for the bank actually. I have an idea for that. So I think with a different plan, we might be okay. So this is moving. I just have messed the measurements up for this so badly. So that goes there. So we've now got a road onto a road. So that is exactly how that is supposed to be. As you can see, he says, with the actual road falling off, we can have the truck actually back in there, which will be great. And then we can have the rest of the different bits and pieces up on top. Now, that is that bit. Nope, dropped it yet again. That is that bit. The middle section, I want to say the middle section's in, but I don't think it actually is. I don't think it's actually attached. Nope. Nope. You remember when I ripped it off properly before? Yeah. That's what I did. I ripped it off bad. Right, that's sat in there. So this is the I've Had an Accident brown colour, in case you are looking for the colour on the Lego website. Why aren't you clipping in? Get out the way. I'm giving you a new lease of life and now you're embarrassing me. Get on. Whew, right, that's on. I don't know what's going on with this. I can't get it. Seems like the whole thing's twisted. What is going on with this? I'm actually going to get strangled by the cable. No, nowhere near being on. There we go. Now it's on. That's embarrassing. Right, so after me having a new idea and saying, oh, we'll carry on, probably regretting this now. So that is what they look like together. It's the only place it can go, and it's similar to the palace. It gives that big open road to nowhere, and it just gives us a nice little display going down the sides. It's just trying to make some extra displays out of everything, and that's why I don't like this. I want this to be open. I want to have a footpath as well, and it's not going to work. So we can now have a road going down a fair distance into a footpath, I think, is going to be the plan of attack. Now, we have got space, he says, around here. Kind of, but not really. So the Rivendell, that is going to need a new house. This needs a new home, potentially. There's a potential new home for the Disney cottage. Rivendell definitely is coming off. Obviously, Luke's X-Wing is waiting for paint to dry, and then that can actually be up on the wall for a display. So that is that. That bit there. You can go on the roof. That's some sort of disease that I've just swallowed. Yes, I know. I spent ages putting this in to try and make it look nice, and now I've just completely wrecked it. But I did say everything, because of the Star Wars display, is having to chop and change around. So the Rivendell has one hope, and that hope is that it'll fit with on the other side. If it doesn't fit on the other side, I think I might sell it, because this Rivendell for me has always been a right royal pain in the backside. So we are now going to be swapping all of these. We don't need any of those. That is with that. The green, obviously, we are going to reuse and need. If I can just bring this round. Like so. I don't know what we can do. So we got a townhouse. We might as well start off with a townhouse or a corner unit. But we don't have another corner unit at the moment, so I can't start off with that. All of these will fit in. So all of these will fit in a straight line. But I would like oh, not good. Don't want that to happen. Where are you? You're there. I don't even know. Can you see? That's all I've been saying this upload. I don't know if you can, possibly. Just looking through some trees, right. Those two definitely don't go together, so that can be changed around in a minute. Yeah. So I will change that with that, but I also need to pull that out. Quite difficult now, because I have got all sorts of different bits and pieces that I think I can do, and I just hope I can actually achieve it. I'm not too sure if I can, because I want to try and do a couple of bits. I want to get this L shape in, then I'm going to sleep on it, and then I'm going to come back up first thing in the morning and just try and get this bit finished. Because I want to try and incorporate a park, and if I can actually get the Harry Potter back in, but as part of the display. So it's like a hidden alleyway, because there's plenty of alleyways in Gotham, and we could have Bruce Wayne as a child walking down Diagonal Alley instead. So that's not gone well. That really hasn't gone well. Why did I do that? Oh, it's only the popcorn thing. Fine. Ooh, that could be. Oh, that's not good. Leia's gone. She's gone for a tumble. Yeah, I just don't have space or anything now. I have boxed myself well and truly in on here. I was actually really proud of this display. I was really happy that we managed to get it in and all that kind of thing. And now, all because of a Star Wars display, I am now moving all of this. So Mr. J's Toy Collection UK, I blame you 1,000,000% for this. That is the bunny rabbit was eating those. Do not want to be knocking that, right. So that goes like that, because I think that looks alright against that little townhouse. And then that bookshop goes, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with all of these. I am ripping these off so bad. So that goes like that, the paths all match up, and I think that looks quite, does it? No, it looks crummy. Doesn't look very nice there. Oh, you can't see a thing. That's hilarious. Sorry, just realised that. So yeah, this is what I've been trying to do. You can't see anything. So that is going back here. I've got an idea now for something. Now, can I do a thing? I'm hoping I can just try something with this alleyway. Don't know if that's the wrong place to put it. No, I think it'll be. One, because the only opportunity I've got is actually to make an alleyway now for one of the first ever times with the Harry Potter set. It's now on the table I can do it on. Oh sorry, it's going to be in a display I can do it with. That went like that. There's the alleyway around. I think the rest of them will fit in. So we could have basically make a display this side, gap in front, display on the other side, and then something here. So I'm kind of now trying to create 3 displays, if I can actually get it to fit and work, but I'm still not 100% sure it will. I don't know if it needs to go at the end. It might. So we could have a nice little alleyway just down here as an alleyway scene, which is exactly how it should be, and I've never ever been able to display it that way. Now obviously then you just have the next lot. don't think that looks off as a run of modulars, but it does mean that we can have, he says, potentially the Harry Potter thing can actually come back, and it will go in this corner, I think, and then that would leave this L. So I would put something else here over in a period of time, but for now there wouldn't be anything. But can I just get the rest of these bits and pieces to fit? So if I can't, then it's completely pointless what I am actually trying to achieve and do. So we... front of the diner's fallen off again. Diner. Yeah, we've got enough base plate space. Police station. Can go there. Ow. Like so. Yeah, that doesn't. Oh, there's a divide. That works all right because we can now have a ride. Trees. And if I need any more modulars, I'm in trouble. But I'll cross that bridge. I'll cross that bridge when it comes. So we'll move owls and the ball table. So that is that one. I'm just trying to. Yes. I've got another base plate and a half that I'm trying to wiggle around at the moment. So if that would sit in there, which it will. Doesn't look too bad there. That doesn't look like it's thrown in the corner either, so that's not too bad. That is with this. Right, this is potentially going to be our park area then. Ooh, what was that? Nothing. So that now doesn't look as crazy busy, because we can have the road up to a certain point. In fact, when these tables are touching, we could have the road going all the way down at the back. What goes on this side? For it to fit on that side, I'd have to move the alley over half a base plate, I think. Do I step it in front? What do we think? Do I pull that one out? Move this over. Move this over. Now don't forget, I can actually just put this alleyway over on the other side for Harry Potter. But because what we could try and incorporate is you've got the Gotham Street and it changes. I just don't know if the ride's going to fit there. So I do want Arkham Asylum in that corner, but we don't even know if it's a thing yet, do we? So we can't go on about that forever. You know. But if I can incorporate the alleyway into the other side, I don't know whether to have it on the other side or here, because that, I don't understand why this just isn't there. That just slots in on that. obviously ideally you hide the alleyway, don't you? But pathway through the front. So that's now bigger space on this side than it is over here. So can I? It's 2.5 base plates of space. And there's absolutely no, well, I don't know. He says there's absolutely no way. But is there a possibility I can get a park wrapped around the back of this? No, I really can't see that actually working, to be honest. But it's definitely not going to fit side on, which is the way I'm about to do it, which is a shame, because I thought that might have looked quite nice. So this thing is enormous. Is this double base plate? Oh, beep and beep. Oh, damn. That was a base plate, now it's 2 base plates, isn't it? Oh, that's never going to work then, is it? So I could have just spun it forward. No, that's not going to work. Not going to work. But I think the L wraps around better like that. It's giving us a lot more space. It's just going to figure out what we're going to do with this. Now, it doesn't look bad there, to be honest. It does look okay. We can obviously have a walkway around. I can add some of the trees and things close to it. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. So I can add some of the trees and things close to it, so. And obviously we've got the little entranceway and other bits and pieces. But I think that's going to be for a different time. What the main focus point was just getting the shape right for the L. The gardens don't look too busy there, but I think I've just messed it up with moving the alleyway over. Yeah, because I want the road's going to come, the road comes down. We just need to basically, if I added some green base plates in here, and the alleyway wasn't there, it would go there. It would just go as the divide. I think we could just slot it straight in that gap, but I quite like the alleyway like that. You can see it. So I just wonder if I can incorporate that on the other side of the table, and it might allow us then to do something slightly different with the display, because I think we'll get more greenery in a park if the alleyway wasn't here. And obviously it goes on the other side and it's all themed that way, but I did want to try and bring back that, and I don't think it's going to work. Now the other option is I keep this high. For now it will stay high, but we have got options of dropping it if need be. But we can get yeah, we can get a road all the way down there, and it's not touching there either. So we've got a little bit of a gap. So I can't put the road plates down because I don't have any more, and there's nothing else now that I can actually do until I start on the other side. The one thing I have drastically just forgotten to do is put the bank in. So we've taken the garage out, put the garage in, which looks nice, and we've put the bank on the table, and I've forgotten to put, I am now actually going to end it. I have had an absolute nightmare. So that is obviously a base plate width. So if that gets pulled out completely, that comes over, the bank goes in the corner. So it goes beside the police station in the corner. There's our corner unit, and there it is. But you don't see the beautiful front door, which is the only, which is a bit of a rubbish one to be honest. It could obviously come in this corner just here, that wouldn't be the end of the world. But I think we will actually have to do a version 2.0 when that side's done, and then I think we're going to start playing past the parcel between the two displays. The modulars obviously stay here. Just don't know about the alleyway. Not too sure about the track. I can sleep on that. If I give myself some more greenery, we can have the Winnie the Pooh in there, we can have the trees and everything, and I think we can make the trees work, but it'll have to be in its own section. Of course, this gets pulled out, that gets squished over, that gets spun round down that side, and we have the display facing this way, and then we've got all the park and everything in front of it. So that's an option. It's just that we would hide the tree behind some of the assembly square. That is the only problem with all of that. So after nearly 2 hours, we've got the modular shape. I think it looks a lot better as now. We know we're going to have to put a lot of greenery back down, because if this, I keep going on about it, if this was just green in front and we just put a park there, it'd be perfect. And then we just put something else here, spot on. We've got our divide with the alleyway, and it's fantastic. The fact that this is actually 2 base plates is quite an issue. It's not the most ideal, but at the same time, this standalone table that's by itself, I could bring over and we could extend. So we have got a possibility, but to do that, it's a lot of work in it. That is going to be the second part. So I could just bring this table over rather than just having this huge gap. There's no reason why I've got the big gap. It's just sort of in the middle, because I've got a gap the one side, gap the other. So there's potential that there's something that could go there. I just quite like it being divided with a walking path, because that is only going to be a couple of studs wide. I can just visualize a path going around. Oh, you're down the alleyway, you're down here, which then means I really do need to bring the Harry Potter back. So basically Gotham, it merges Gotham into the Harry Potter. The Harry Potter's here. If it would fit on the height of the table, it'd be so close. And then you wrap it round, and then you go into the greenery park section, which can still be classed really as Gotham if you wanted to, or it could just be something completely different, where it's just our park. But if Arkham does come out, it would just be the extension of it, and then we can just leave. I'm just going to leave a base plate. I think maybe that is the best thing to do. But can I really end the video not knowing if that Harry Potter thing will fit up here? How long left have we got the memory card? We've got 6 minutes left, and we've broken 2 hours. We're going to have to do it, aren't we? We are going to have, we've got no choice. I can't physically stop this now, not knowing if that would fit. Because if that would fit, I think that would be a perfect theme park merge between the two. Different to how we had it before, because we had the Harry Potter wrapping around before. This, I am gobsmacked just by how large this thing actually is, and I am going to struggle in 6 minutes to bring all these pieces over, but we're away. So the X-Wing is with me. It's like the Krypton Factor? Crystal Maze? That's the one. Like the Crystal Maze. So that is going on there. That is there. Right. This is coming back over. Because if we're just going to trade Lord of the Rings for Harry Potter, we should be okay. What I don't really know is if we can fit Harry Potter. This is very... Oh! Anyway. Definitely not going there. Yeah, it'll have to go there. It'll have to, because that's where it was. So no, it will go there. I know it will. He says. He says. Just how long have we got left? How long have we got left? Oh god, 4 minutes. I'm panicking. I don't know where to put that. Ooh. I'm going to fall down these half ladders. Right, so you now know what the plan is. You know, we had, oh my days, I really did really fall down the loft ladders then. I'm going to bring that table over when it's clear, and we can extend a little bit with this, I think. So if that was there, we're getting quick now. That was around there. We've got space for other little bits and pieces. Don't. We have then got just the green, 2.5 base plates of green there for a park don't type-esque area, which will have something going on, but you can see I think that would work. And we've got the path. It's just going to be a path just going in front of it. It just gives us this clean line. Can I get this thing back on? If I can. Where is it going to go? Oh no, that hurts. So I guess this is obviously the rides of everything. Yeah, he's on. He's on, the wings are in, 2 minutes to spare. So this could, yeah, we've got a bit of wiggle room with this really now. Just figuring out where the best place is to put that. I don't think it looks too bad how it was before, to be honest. That was edged up, put the wings back out. Notice that wasn't even on either. I didn't notice that. Nobody told me that, did they? Why am I struggling there? So we've got a little bit of wiggle room with regards to which way we want the bank facing. Do we want it angled? Do we want it over? It's close to the alleyway, which is what I'm quite happy about. And we've got 52 seconds left. So I will mess around and get that bit in a little bit better. 40 seconds. It's bugging me, it's bugging me. No, can't be that way. Something like that. No, probably looks exactly the same on camera, but I'm just going to work out the walkway, I think, round the outside of this. So the path will go this way, it'll go behind the legs, and it'll go this way, and then I'll put something small here. Then we can go into its own little park, and then that will allow us to put the trees and everything in on that bit, which I do at the same time as bringing that table over and having that at the inside of the table in the middle, and then we can wrap some bits and pieces around, and who knows, we might be able to get the Jurassic Park there as well. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one.